All right, today we are diving deep into one of the longest and honestly, one of the most influential novels in world literature. It's a 19th century Japanese epic called the Eight Dog Chronicles. And believe me, it laid the groundwork for stories we are still obsessed with today. So, what do the Avengers, the Straw Hat Pirates from One Piece, and pretty much every Final Fantasy game all have in common? Well, it turns out they're all following a formula. A blueprint that was perfected nearly 200 years ago in Japan by this exact story. This is the OG Get the Team Together adventure. And that, right there, is this novel's greatest invention. This epic quest of scattered heroes who have to find each other to form the ultimate team. It's a story structure we see literally everywhere now, but this is where it was truly forged.
So the story follows these 8 young men, all total strangers from completely different walks of life, who slowly discover they share this mysterious spiritual kinship. Sometimes they even meet as enemies, trying to kill each other, before they realize, wait a minute, we're on the same side. They're all part of the same destiny, guided by these invisible threads to unite against a truly world-threatening evil.
But here's the thing, this story is so much more than just awesome action scenes. At its very heart, its emotional core, it's about finding your people, your real family, in the most unlikely of places.
Now, to really get how huge this was, you have to remember the time period. In feudal Japan, your bloodline was everything. It defined you. And yet these 8 heroes? They're not related by blood at all. They're outcasts, they're loners, connected only by this spiritual bond from a past life. They form a chosen family. And that was an absolutely revolutionary idea back then.
And that's exactly why this story still hits so hard today. You know, in an age where so many of us can feel pretty isolated, it offers this really powerful message. Your team, the people who actually share your soul, they might be out there. And all the struggles you're facing right now, those could be the very things that lead you straight to them.
Okay, but this is where the story gets even more unique. Let's talk about the heroes' powers. Because they aren't just strong fighters. Their greatest weapon is, get this, their moral character.
So, each hero has this crystal orb, and each one is inscribed with one of 8 Confucian virtues, things like benevolence, justice, loyalty, and wisdom. Now here's the cool part. Whenever a warrior acts according to their specific virtue, like showing mercy when they could be cruel, or keeping a promise no matter what, their orb glows, and it grants them miraculous strength. Their morality is literally their superpower. The author, Kyokote Bakken, was making a really profound philosophical point here. He basically believed that true strength doesn't come from self-interest or ego. It comes from abandoning all that to serve a cause that's bigger than yourself. For him, that was the most powerful way you could possibly live.
So how in the world did this epic journey even begin? Well, the origin story is one of the most bizarre and tragic you'll ever hear in all of literature, and it all starts with a curse. Okay, so picture this. A lord is under siege, and he jokingly promises to marry his daughter to his dog if the dog brings him the enemy general's head. And then, the dog actually does it. To protect her father's honor, the noble Princess Fuse agrees to go live with the dog. Later, to prove her purity against all these false rumors, she tragically takes her own life. But as she does, from her wound, 8 crystal beads, the souls of her 8 future spiritual sons, erupt and scatter all across Japan. I mean, what an incredible and heartbreaking beginning.
And the man who dreamed all of this up, Kyokote Bakken, he dedicated his entire life to it. He spent 28 years writing 106 volumes. And towards the end, he actually went blind and had to dictate the final chapters to his daughter-in-law. You can just feel that unbelievable passion in every single word.
So, now that we understand the themes and the stakes, let's quickly trace the massive journey these 8 heroes go on to find each other and finally fulfill that incredible destiny. The whole saga basically plays out in 4 epic acts. It all starts with the curse and the scattering of those beads. Then we follow the 8 young men on their own lonely journeys, each facing his own brutal trials. The 3rd act is the grand assembly, where they finally, all meet up at the Satomi clan's castle and swear their allegiance. And this all leads to a massive climactic war, where their teamwork and virtue-powered skills are put to the ultimate test.
And this team is incredibly diverse. You've got characters like Inuzuka Shino, who's this fierce protector raised to guard a legendary sword. And then you have someone like Inasaka Kino, a brilliant strategist who disguises himself as a female dancer to get his revenge. Every single hero brings a totally unique skill to the table.
You know, this whole philosophy is perfectly captured in a quote from the author himself. For Bakken, hardship isn't just bad luck, it's an opportunity. The trials these heroes face aren't punishments. They are the very challenges that forge them into legends, the things that polish their souls for the destiny that awaits them.
And that leaves us with a question that feels just as urgent today as it must have 200 years ago. This epic tale suggests that real connection is found through a shared purpose, by overcoming adversity together. It really makes you wonder, in our own disconnected world, how do you find your chosen family?